about to show you is a piece of video that I think is wildly entertaining. And when it came out, I thought it was wildly entertaining. I think Aaron Andrews does a good job here. But when it came out, it was controversial. I can remember defending Richard Sherman for a couple of days, saying he interviewed him 10 seconds after the biggest play of his career. Of course Richard Sherman's unglued and going crazy. This was seen as, it just goes to show you how people overreact. I mean, Twitter's ridiculous. People overreact to everything. This video, now that we've have some gap between when it happened and I'm showing it to you, you'll laugh watching it. It's like entertaining. It's funny. In the moment, people were freaking out. I never could figure out why, but they were freaking out. We at Fox put a mic in front of Richard Sherman, literally 30 seconds after he batted a ball down in the corner or intercepted it, and it secured Seattle's win going to the Super Bowl over at the time, it was Colin Kaepernick, the Niners, and Jim Harbaugh. So here's the tape a few years back.
Final play, take me through it.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me.
Who was talking about you?
Crabtree, don't you open your mouth about the best. Or I'm going to shut it for you real quick. LOB.
All right, and Joe, back over to you.
Okay, that is just crazy television. Aaron, credit to her. I'm not sure what I would have done, what you would have done. He just explodes. But, you put a mic in these guys' faces. 10 seconds after the biggest play in their life, they go crazy. So that was Richard Sherman at his peak. Now he signed a team-friendly deal with the San Francisco 49ers. All athletes are not the same. An NBA star can go after his owner, can go after the president, can go after anybody he wants. There's very few LeBron James ever. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving. A great scorer, Messi, Ronaldo. Those don't come off the conveyor belt very often. Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers will make 28 starts, win 21, and the other 6 or 7, you'll have a chance to win those too. Outside of quarterback, do you realize that virtually no player in the NFL is worth a point, including Gronk, J.J. Watt, Richard Sherman in their prime? This is a cautionary tale. If you're not a quarterback in this sport, you can go from the biggest non-quarterback star in the NFL, the most discussed, the most polarizing, to signing a very team-friendly deal for a franchise that over the last 3 or 4 years has been an absolute mess. I don't think he'll make the Niners that much better. I think he's a smart veteran. He could help the locker room. It's got a bunch of young guys. I do think he knows Russell Wilson. He knows the division. I think that helps. I thought it was kind of funny. He made sure that Instagram photo got out. That's John Lynch. Listen, man, this has a rebound relationship feel. You get dumped by Seattle. You call the Niners. Hey, let's have dinner. They did that night. And then the pictures go out on the internet. Look I found my soulmate. One date. We're in love. Got a little bit of that feel to it. Even Richard Sherman acknowledged. He goes, I got a little bit of that in me. I want to prove they're wrong. I think it's a pretty good fit. I love the Niners, but I mostly love them because I love their coach, and I love their young quarterback, and I love their defensive front, and I love their GM. And I think Richard Sherman probably works in the Bay Area, played at Stanford, smart veteran player. But there are limitations to Achilles, getting older, of what I think it will translate to wins. I think the Niners will probably still go out, and if they can get Denzel Ward with their first pick, the corner from Ohio State, they're going to go get him. But it really is in sports. We just think athlete. They're all rich. But athletes are, depending on the position, depending on the sport, have leverage, don't. It grows, it evaporates. And Richard Sherman, 3 years ago, was screaming at America, wildly controversial, most talked about non-quarterback in the league. Injury later, let him go. I mean, it is football players, non-quarterbacks, teams will move off you in a second. This moment, I still contend, is some of the greatest TV I've seen in the NFL.
Final play, take me through it.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me.
talking about you.
Crabtree, don't you open your mouth about the best. Or I'm going to shut it for you real quick. LOB.
All right, and Joe, back over to you.
That was fantastic. I think people forget how controversial.
It was huge.
Yeah. The other NFL story is OBJ. Doug Gottlieb and I think, agree and disagree on this. 7-second piece of video shows up with OBJ with a model in Europe, pizza, blunt, and a white substance and a credit card. My takeaway is I always figured that's how he spends his off season. This is why I don't build my franchise around generally perimeter players. I build them around quarterbacks. I build my franchise around a head coach, a GM if I own it, and a GM, a head coach, and a quarterback. This video did not shock me. It did not even disappoint me. Odell Beckham is a international global icon. He was with Ronaldo, and he is a young man with tons of discretionary income. He is single, and he's in a hotel room with what appears to be a blunt, a model, a pizza, and a substance, which is on her side of the table. I don't know it's his. I'm not here to condemn anybody because I don't know if he used it. I mean, models and cocaine, I don't know. Like, that's never happened. I don't think this is ultimately damaging to OBJ. I don't think his fans look at this and bail on him. If you have an OBJ jersey, I don't think today you discard it, throw it away, burn it, get rid of it. This is exactly what I thought he would do in his off seasons. Party, single, beautiful girls, roll one, have some pizza. If I was the Giants, I would never build around him, but I certainly wouldn't give him up because of that. Peter Schrager, NFL News Network.
What's the last thing you remember?